I've put in so many hours and tears into this dream of mine. And I just had this moment where I'm like, I'm actually doing it. I look so cute right now. The bike helmet and the shirt remind people how liberal I truly am inside. I put all this stuff on and then I walked out and Eric started laughing, and I had just been laughing at myself in the mirror, so I wanted to share it with you guys. But the other thing I wanted to share is a typical morning for me. So right now I'm gonna head out on about a 3-mile bike ride, mostly uphill, to go walk some dogs, and I'll show you kind of how that goes down. This is the part of the bike ride where I start walking because I'm not quite in shape enough to get up this hill. Luckily it is a really pretty part of the walk. It's all these trees and all that garbage. I miss you, China. After walking this hill, it's a sweet victory downhill from here. It's so funny how in America it's like all cars. And I feel like if I were to look at a similar intersection in China, it'd be like a lot more scooters and bikes. But believe it or not, this is actually a bike route. This road right here that I'm on, there's just not that many bikers. So I'm almost to the dog's house right now. And this is the part where I get very sweaty. It's not while I'm biking, it's like right when I stop. I feel like all my blood rushes in my face and my face is just like sweating bullets. So usually I take a little bit of a breather, try to cool off a little, and then I grab the first of the dogs to go on a walk. There's 2 walks total, 3 dogs. I'll show you. So it starts with a walk with these 2 usually. This is Freckles. Hi, pretty. And this is Winston. Winston doesn't really respond to me. So I take these 2 little guys on a very short, like 5-10 minute walk. And then I grab Elvis and take him on a longer one. I'll show you Elvis. He's my favorite, don't tell the other ones. So this is Elvis. He's really funny because he wants to be a really good dog, but he's still kind of young and really big dope. So he tries really hard to be a good dog, but sometimes he's crazy. For example, if we see another dog, he will freak out. And it's not because he doesn't like the dog, it's because he wants to go play with it. Elvis and I usually go on about a 20-minute walk, just kind of around the neighborhood area. One of my favorite things about Elvis is his urge to just dive his head straight into these bushes. Definitely cooled down today compared to yesterday, which I greatly appreciate because I'm not like drenched in sweat right now. But apparently tomorrow is supposed to be a scorcher, is what they're saying. Tomorrow I'm gonna end up going to the hospital, and then I have another appointment. So this morning I go, hey Eric, how does veggie stew sound for dinner? And he says, that sounds sad. And that was the only dinner I had planned for today. So now I'm at Trader Joe's. We're gonna get some less sad dinner options. Also, guys, look. I got another free kombucha, the best kombucha. Okay, so I'm gonna try to find something in here for us for dinner tonight. Okay, got everything, I think. So now I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like on my way home because it's a really fun downhill. And keep in mind, I definitely used to be afraid of biking in cities, of biking next to cars. I actually would only bike on the sidewalk when I moved to Salem, Oregon because it was a big city to me. And then I came to San Francisco, way too scared to bike. Went to China for some reason, Nanjing, a city of like almost 10 million people. I'm like, okay, sure, this is where I'll start my city biking adventures. And that's how I became okay with biking in cities. So if you see me whizzing around like cars and stuff and it freaks you out, it used to freak me out too. And then the rest of the roads are pretty much just like quiet neighborhood back roads, which is very nice and flat and clean. This road in particular is awesome. It's like one of the best California roads I've ever seen. But you know, it's not awesome. This, my handlebars. Do you see that? Luckily it didn't start till the way back, but it's still very annoying. Hi, good morning. Hi, excuse me. Are you hungry? You want some breakfast? Okay, well you better go lay down. He gets shy about eating breakfast. But dinner, he's like, poof, straight to it. I want to show you what I got from Trader Joe's. So this is our main dinner tonight. It's pulled chicken breast in a barbecue sauce. You pile it onto some bread and you make a sandwich. So I got this. They call it a half-baked idea because you finish it at home, so it's a partially baked loaf of bread. I also got an onion, broccoli, and kale slaw on the side. Not the healthiest dinner, but whatever. We budget for it, you know. And now we're getting into the naughty things. Cornbread mix. Did you make your breakfast? Was it good breakfast? I gave you salmon. Did you like the salmon? Okay, go rub your face in the carpet now, okay? Who doesn't love cornbread? It's basically just an excuse for eating cake with your dinner. I got myself some unpasteurized, fresh squeezed orange juice. Pasteurized orange juice, basically at some point during the process, the orange juice is heated. When it's unpasteurized, that means they like squeeze the orange juice and that's it. They don't heat it. They strain it, obviously. Personally, this is the only kind of orange juice I actually like. And the last thing I got is some chocolate coconut milk ice cream. Now I need to figure out what to have for breakfast. I need some coffee, that's for sure. So I just drink whatever coffee Eric doesn't drink, which is usually like a cup that size. I know that's a lot, but you should see how much my parents drink. Let me put away these groceries and then we gotta figure out some breakfast. I'm just gonna have some boring old toast because I'm feeling a little lazy right now. Just standing here licking peanut butter off a knife. Didn't realize the camera was rolling. You know you do it too. So now I'm going to sit, I don't know why on the floor, but I tend to just sit on the floor. I'm going to watch a video that I'm very excited to watch. This is going to sound really stupid if you don't watch family vloggers. There's a couple channels that I watch most days that are like family vloggers. One of them, probably my favorite, is Steps to Wander, which is Corbin, Kelsey, and their baby Juniper. I found out about them through Daily Vlogging Family that I used to watch more consistently than I have been lately, which is Daily Bumps. I know that Missy from Daily Bumps has met Juniper, but no one else in the family has, and that probably sounds really dumb, but I'm very excited, and I'm gonna watch it right now. I am an OG, like, Shaytards fan, and I definitely felt creepy, like, when I would talk about it, I'd be like, yeah, I watched this family on the internet, but I'm here to tell you, don't feel creepy, because if you're creepy, I'm creepy, and we can just be creepy together. They're the ones putting their life online, not you. So I'm gonna eat my toast, drink my coffee, and I'm gonna watch some vlogs. Okay, this is the time of the morning when I chug my coffee and Abe starts stretching and whining. It is about 11 a.m. I'm gonna take Abe on his walk. We go for about 20 minutes. Abe, come here. If you see me doing weird things with my hand, go back and watch the last couple vlogs to find out why. I can't really use my right middle finger very much. Alrighty, let's go. There's a fig tree up here that I really want to snag a fig from because they're looking kind of good. There's a lot of fruit trees in Hayward. People tend to not be able to eat all the fruit off their trees, so it's really not a big deal most of the time if you want to pick fruit off people's trees. Most people don't really care. Fidget spinners are hella popular. You know what the best day of the week for dog walkers is? Trash pickup day. Oh my god, the cacti is flowering again. It's so pretty. He likes the heat and he likes grass. We actually don't have grass in our backyard. So when we come to the park, I try to let him walk in the grass for as long as possible. Were horseshoes like a thing back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, that kind of thing? Because this park has like 3 horseshoe things. I don't even know what you call it. Pits? Looks like a pit. I think I've played with horseshoes maybe like once. Growing up, we actually used to play with these huge metal lawn darts. They're like really heavy, like you can actually die playing them. I'm trying to figure out what kind of tree this is too. I'm gonna take it home and dissect it and find out. Is this an apricot? That's an apricot tree. There's so many different kinds of fruits around here. Good job. Good boy. He's actually waiting for his treats. So this is the treat that he really wants. This is chicken and sweet potato. It's from Trader Joe's. Probably his favorite right now. So we're going with this box. But the reason I give him a treat after every walk is because of this, which is his like 70, I think it was almost $80 tub of supplements that he ungratefully sometimes just spits out. They taste like molasses, so I don't know why he spits them out, but probably just because he senses that they're good for him. So I've got like this pile of treats, and then he won't eat them until I make him do a little bit of a trick. Okay, he goes. High five. Good boy. Put your head down. Good boy. Take your treats. Eat them. And I just leave them in front of him, and I let him decide. If he leaves the supplement, I just throw it back in the jar and give it to him another time. I think he eats a supplement like 7 or 8 times out of 10, you know? He had ACL surgery, so he's still technically in recovery and is supposed to be taking this like joint supplement, blah, blah, blah. So usually what I do after a walk is put my hair up immediately because I am feeling the sweat underneath this hat right now. Although, boy, am I glad I went with an athletic hat because this thing dries way quicker than any of those cotton hats. I'll link it down below if you're interested. Next thing I do, I get myself a bottle of ice water, change my clothes because I was really sweaty, and I get to editing. That happens right here. I know I changed clothes without showering, and it's probably kind of weird to some people, but I would rather be super clean getting into bed than super clean right now. And with my skin irritation, I shouldn't be taking more than 1 shower a day. I'm just gonna sit in my own filth because I'm disgusting. Package just showed up from Amazon and I'm not expecting anything today, so I'm a little bit confused. So I ordered a few things to show up tomorrow, but this is actually kind of heavy. And the person who delivered it is in like a regular blue truck and he had to hand it directly to me. It could be something Eric ordered maybe. Oh! I know exactly what this is and who this is for. This is full of Lara bars. These are actually Lena's. She ordered them and had them sent to my house because she is going to be coming here very soon. So I'm going to put them in the closet in the guest room for when she comes to visit. There you go, Lena. She said she wants to bring all those back to China because they're really expensive on Taobao. So it's about 2 o'clock now. I just finished editing the vlog, but I'm going to figure out something for lunch right now and then I'll come back, sit here, watch my video and do the final edits while I'm eating lunch. And yeah. That's my morning. I know it went into the afternoon, but that's the typical morning for me. And then after this, I do, you know, whatever other kind of work I need to do. So for today, it would be applying to jobs. And like, I need to pay some bills and stuff. And then we have a really late dinner, usually like 8:30. Really, honestly, it's usually closer to 8:30. And then we go to bed around 11. And that's it. That's a typical day in my life. I wanted to vlog this moment because I am very, very proud of myself. And I want to encourage you guys and inspire you. And I feel like I took a huge risk last year randomly going to China. But I'm so proud of the way that I used my time in China to build up this business, Lauren Without Fear. And the reason I'm saying this now is because I just randomly, I normally don't do this mid-month, but because I am looking for work, I was just curious about where I stand right now. So I was looking up how much money I have made this month from affiliate links, from YouTube ad revenue, which is like the least of the monies out of all of it. The month isn't even over and I've already made $100 more this month than I did last month. And I've still got like 10 more days to go. I'm doing it. These moments are when I realized that like I took this risk, I followed my gut, I went for something I really want. It's a roller coaster. I've had many moments where I said, I feel like such a loser right now. I couldn't afford health insurance. I was worried about all the bills, everything. I was just worried about all of it. And when I take a step back and really look at what I've accomplished so far, and especially when it comes to my monetization efforts, that's definitely the hardest part of trying to turn blogging and YouTube into a full-time career is figuring out how to make money from it. Like, okay, yeah, I love to make content, love to put up videos, but the reality is I need to be making like a livable wage too. So how do I do that? I have put in so many hours and tears and anxious moments and everything you can think of into this dream of mine. And I just had this moment where I'm like, I'm actually doing it. This is actually going to happen. I've been watching, you know, YouTubers for such a long time and never considered me being a YouTuber. And I've been getting so pumped up lately about my YouTube videos. Like I've just been loving doing it. And I don't know, the fire is back. I'm feeling really accomplished. And I just want to remind you guys that if there's something you really deeply want, if you prioritize that in your life, you will make it work. You will, I can pretty much guarantee, have many, many failures along the way. I've had many failures along the way, but I kept doing it. I kept working. I kept trying to improve and trying to still be true to myself. And I'm so proud of where I'm at right now. So I just want to share that with you guys. What's your dream? I don't know what your dream is. Like, what is it that you want to do so bad? It doesn't have to be career oriented. Could be anything. If you feel comfortable messaging it to me, I would love to hear it. And I would love to be there to encourage you and stay up to date on what you're doing. I love chatting with you guys. Easiest way to do that is on the Fearless Fam, which is a community that I created. There's a link down below, or you can send me an email. Link to that down below, always. Okay, I need to stop talking. Today is summer solstice, which means it's the longest day of the year. So I'm reading about the ancient traditions of Celtic pagans right now. This is a book called Kindling the Celtic Spirit by Mara Freeman. The reason I ever became interested in this book, well, it really is because of Newgrange in Ireland. That's when I was like, whoa, like the ancient pagans were so smart and technologically advanced and so cool. But I was just reading about summer solstice and the things you're supposed to do on and around Midsummer Day. There's a lot of stuff about herbs in here. Choose 9 of the following sacred plants and leaves as availability follows, and it's like a lot of different herbs and things. And you're supposed to make a bouquet out of it. If you have a garden, you can tie that together with weeds that give you troubles, and you burn the whole thing in a bonfire while chanting a rhyme. This is why I love this stuff. You want me to read the rhyme to you? Here we go. In one bunch together bound, flowers for burning here are found, both good and ill. Thousandfold let good seed spring, wicked weeds fast withering, let this fire kill. It's kind of scary sounding, don't you think? You can also make an herbal amulet to carry with you throughout the day. It also has a recipe for elderflower lotion and for broiled salmon with honey and herbs. Sláinte of Vraden. That means the health of the salmon. Sláinte means health, like technically, but Sláinte is really like cheers, like in modern day Ireland. I don't think I've ever made a video about my study abroad experience in Ireland. I should probably do that. That sounds super fun to reminisce. I don't know how much I'd remember, but I did have a blog at the time. So I could probably go back through that and kind of remember some of the things I was thinking early on and my first experiences with culture shock and all that kind of stuff. That'd be really awesome. Every time one of these solstices or equinoxes comes up, which is 4 times a year, I always think about my time in Ireland just because of this book. But I think I'm actually going to stop reading this book and go get the Celestine Prophecy because the second book in the series is showing up here tomorrow, not that I'm counting down the days. And I would like to just kind of like speed read through the first book so that once the second book arrives, I can just get right into it because I'm really excited. I'm about to make dinner and settle down for the evening. It's been a really good day. So between now and the time I last talked to you, I've been doing a lot of job searching, and I actually did officially apply to a job, and I even wrote a cover letter for it. Guys, I do have a job interview-esque question for you though. Where do you see Lauren Without Fear in 5 years? Did I ask that in the last vlog? Sorry if I did, but I'm asking it again. I'm curious. Okay, bye.